Good, everybody. Was good, was good, was good. How's everybody doing? It is Thriving Thursday. Of course, y'all probably like, why Coach Johnson on Thriving Thursday? Well, yesterday we had Winter Wednesdays, right? So Winter Wednesdays we had the Youth Works orientation. So Winter Wednesdays got canceled. I don't know if y'all saw Cam Jewel yesterday, but it got canceled yesterday. So I moved on to Thriving Thursdays with you guys. Of course, y'all guys, good, happy home. So I'm glad to be here for you guys on Thriving Thursday. I don't know why we was having some type of problem, technical difficulties, but I'm back here. You know, it's always gonna be a good session. So today I'm gonna start going off in the comments. Let me look at my phone because I don't see none of the comments on the side. But I know I see. I think I see Santana. How you doing, Santana? What's up, Gemma? What's up, Insane? What's up, Dante? What's up, Chelsea? What's up, Kayla? What's up, Fatima? What's up, Diabri? What's up, Ray? What's up, Soul? What's up, Antonio? What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everybody feeling, y'all? Hey, y'all, listen. The session I got today, it touches home. You understand what I'm saying? It might get real deep, so that's just a disclaimer for everybody. Here it might get like real deep. So if you guys want to like leave or come back or whatever the case may be, but it's okay. If you guys also want like to join, let me know. Please let me know. Please let me know. Please let me know if you guys would like to join. I can send you guys a link. You guys can come on and talk about you guys' experience or whatever the case may be. And we're just going to kind of basically roll on. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I have like a slight presentation. I got like about 2 slides, guys. Want to show you guys. Just like some statistics and basically some other stress factors that we go through on a day-to-day life. But then after that, I kind of open the floor up to basically talk about anybody, and not talk about, but basically tell like my side of the story, and if anybody else have that side of the story they want to talk about, we can go like that too. So today's, like I said, today's topic we're gonna be talking about the Elena Miller, who 19 years old, in Louisiana, who basically took suicide, and dealing with a student athlete. She's a track runner. And she was in college, and she was dealing with the regular college, key stractors, and not key. I said key factors. I apologize. And we basically want to shed light on her and her family. We send our love and our condolences over to them. But it's been a hard given time for them. So we really just wanted to basically give them the light and give them basically all type of love we can have for them to that daughters or however they're related passing. So today I want to just basically share my screen. Let me see if I could. Let me see if I can share my screen. Share my screen. Uh, It says my screen sharing is not allowed. That's crazy. Come on, y'all. I think this is where I gotta like show y'all I'm sharing my screen. I also be on the screen at the same time. Okay, so I think all right, so cool. Let me know if you guys can see the screen. Give me some red hearts in the chat. That's the only way I can know if y'all can see my screen in the chat. Cool. I can see it on my phone. Cool. So y'all see it's starting Thursdays, May 12th. And this is just some statistics about basically dealing with mental health as a student. Just student athlete, honors college, whatever the case you may be. But statistics is more than one high school student has experienced persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness in 2019, a 40% increase since 2009. In 2019, approximately 1 in 6 youth reported making a suicide plan the last year, 45% increase since 2009. And that's actually deep because you got to realize that in high school is where you're supposed to find, basically supposed to be finding yourself, basically supposed to be, tapping into your purpose and tapping into like the things you want to do after you graduate high school. If you want to go to college, if you after you got out of college, you want to go to med school, law school, whatever the case may be. And then statistically, it's telling us that we haven't is 1 out of 3 high school students experience persistent feelings of sadness and hopelessness. I remember when I was in high school, I didn't really feel persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness. I would say I probably felt I would say left out because in high school, if you guys know, you tend to find different like not even tend to find, but you tend to have different groups in high school. You tend to have like your football players, your basketball players. You finna have, the kids that really just don't go to school, just be in the hallways. You got them too. You got like your anime students, they all stay in their own type of bunch. Anime, Naruto, no shade on them. I don't know how to get in anime and Naruto, but if you guys know how to get into it, please teach me. But they have their own groups. So you basically gotta like for me, I was like the tallest individual in high school. I'm pretty sure everybody know that. And in Douglas, it wasn't really nobody like I fit in with because I was like that different person. Like I was that, I had like after school I used to go down with Samantha and Henson and coach the basketball team. And then when I was at I transferred from Merville to come to Douglas. So, I was just basically that new tall kid that basically stood out and didn't fit in with anybody. So I had to basically make a name for myself. And that's exactly what I did in Douglas. I made a name for myself. I became, I started talking more for Douglas. I represented the LTC at Douglas, honor rolls, and I got close with the president, not the president, close with the principal. My apologies. And the funny thing is, when I came to Douglas in my sophomore year, the principal and like some of the staff members from Douglas came over the same year I came over from Merville to Douglas and took over. So that was kind of basically like a good thing to hold on to as well. So I kind of had a connection with them, and that's how I kind of basically made a name for myself in Douglas, so I wouldn't have to fit in. So I didn't really feel sad. I just felt more of left out and just basically left alone because I was a new kid. It didn't fit in. I'm read some of the comments. Bree, we go back up to the comments. Bree said, "My mental health started getting bad during COVID. Like online classes made it so hard to learn and understand what was happening." And Bree, I want to say for me, I can't say in high school I can't say in high school because when COVID came around in high school, I was a senior and I was just graduating. I only had to take like one class, a couple of assignments, and I turned my computer back in and got my diploma. But in college, I know they had it in college, and in college, my mental health wasn't bad, but I could feel myself being more trapped in confined, like in confined spaces with like mentally, physically, and emotionally too. I wasn't able to basically get out and explore different things because I'm a traveler. If anybody, all my friends know I like to travel. I've been from North Carolina to Pennsylvania to Baltimore to Maine. I be everywhere. Like I be zooming because I love to travel. But when COVID came and everybody was on quarantine, I was on quarantine at my aunt's house, staying with my aunt for like 4 or 5 months, and then that's when I went to college, and surprisingly my college was open, even to bring students during the outbreak. So I was kind of happy about that. But then also when I got there, they basically told me like, it's gonna be hybrid classes, online classes. Hybrid, which means you only go, say for instance, you go to class Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You go to class probably like Monday, and then Wednesday you gotta be on Zoom, and then Friday you back in class, or whatever the case, whatever schedule they want to make. But that was kind of how they did it at school when I first came as a freshman. And like I said, I felt like my emotions, I felt like everything was just tied, which is basically like confined in one space. Either I was in my room, I was in the library, I was in class, so it was only three places I could have been in. I felt like, I wasn't really living, I wasn't gaining the college experience, meeting new people, making new connections. Only time I could really make a new connection if I was in, if I was on my sports practice, or we went to like meets. But even still, when we had like sports, we didn't even have sports. We had one meet and about like 5 practices, and that was it. And then I would see people in the calf and seeing people in the calf, other athletes and things like that, and that's how I make my connections. But I definitely felt like if COVID wasn't there for my freshman year, I could have made way more connections, find out way more about the school, and been more involved from early on set than waiting until my sophomore year and basically during my sophomore year now, and I got 2 years left until I'm a junior. So that's kind of how I felt going into basically when COVID came and things like that. Keep back in the chat. Antonio said high school has different friend groups. Definitely, we touched on that too, Antonio. Bree also said this year I lost so many friends that I was with throughout the whole 4 years, but I just had to understand when you are changing for the better, not everyone can level up with you. Facts, and that's realization at its finest. Shout out to you for realizing that you can't take everybody to the top. You just have to meet them at the top. If they want that success, if they want that success, if they want that, what's the word out? What other word I'm talking about? They want success and they want that leadership and they want that mentality. that you might can't put them on your back the whole time, but you definitely can, hey, I meet you at the top, I can help you out as much as possible. Once you start to feel like it's cutting out your mental health and your benefits and things like that, that's when you start to cut them off. So I'm proud of you for that one, Bree. Antonio said like a hybrid. Yes, yes. Antonio said COVID messed everything up. Yes, and I'm telling you guys now, COVID is slowly dying down, but then still wear your mask. Like Miss Mo represents the mask respectfully. Any meeting she go to, she put that mask on. I don't care if she getting out to get some gas in the Honda Civic. She gonna put the mask on with the gloves and the hand sanitizer and she take the gloves off. Like Miss Mo don't play. So shout out to Miss Mo, y'all. She's staying safe. But definitely, guys, be take precautions when it's still because it's still some COVID cases out there. So we want you guys to be protected, with your mask and your gloves and your hand sanitizer and washing your hands frequently. Just basically doing the regular cautions things you would do without a pandemic, but just basically, tightening more up and giving more heavy things to do. But also, in college, I can definitely see that like COVID is like slowly going down. Like you don't see a lot of college COVID cases. I know definitely at my college, we have more things we starting to do more things like student life, and we get more outside. Still like they still include they still include like the 6 feet rule, the 6 foot rule in like classes and things like that. But then that's only like certain classes, and then I know like we have the option to wear masks now in school. Unless it's instructed by your professor or unless it's instructed by like a higher authority, you have to put your mask on when you come to certain buildings. It's just a whole mess with this COVID thing because it came and then it left. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know what to expect. And then I saw something on like the Baltimore on like Twitter today with like the Baltimore Health Department. They was talking about like it was some more COVID cases going up, so start to wear your mask again. So it's just like it's just so much. It's just so much going on. Let me see the cat. Let me see the chat. Antonio said, I ain't nobody elevator facts. I like that. I like that. I like that. Insane said shit don't play. Right, Miss Mo don't play, yo. Cam said Miss Mo definitely in a mask ambassador, and I stand with her. Hey, yo, facts. Go ahead, Miss Mo, for real. She really wear that mask everywhere. Like, I'm telling you, like, if she can be going, like, prime example, we can be in a fast food drive-thru, right? You feel me? She be driving, I'm in the passenger seat. She will put that mask on to get her food out of the window. I promise you. Like, she's going to put that mask on like Miss Mo don't play no games. Is it the paint mask? She gonna have a mask in her pocket. And then Naeem said I really haven't heard much of COVID stuff in college. Yeah, basically in college, like they stopped it a lot. Like the hybrid classes is really not an option no more. Online classes is really not an option. Um, like I said, they still doing more in student life. They still enforce some of the rules. Like they still have signs up like wear your mask and things like that. But like the rules not as enforced as you think it would be. So it's just more of you basically take your own precautions on your own precautions, and that's just basically how you got to do it. It is what it is. But as far as we're gonna go to the assessment statistic. It says during the 2021 school year, around 31% of universities and college students in the United States reported that they have been diagnosed with anxiety disorder during their lifetime, and one quarter reportedly having a diagnosis of depression or another mood disorder. Now in college, you're basically bound to have all types of emotions, from roommate stress to college stress to honor society or whatever kind of organizations you got going in school, or your friends. Like you're just bound to have different moods. It's basically like how you basically tend to handle your mood swings or whatever the case you may call it. But it's also to the fact of if it's too severe and how to get help for it too. So like I said, you're kind of bound to have mood swings. I know sometimes you might be happy, like, oh yeah, I'm passing this class, and then a week later, you just did an essay, and then you get a B on the essay, and you was hoping to get an A, so like you might be a little upset about that. Or your roommate, she didn't take the trash out, so she left the trash in the room, and then it starts stinking the room up. Or A common one, they leave toothpaste in the sink and things like that. So like, you're bound to have all different types of moods, but it's just a level of severity of what it may cause for you, or like, if you start to see it starting to mess with your education, like, you're starting to see your grades slowly decreasing, or the relationship with your family members, like if you're starting to see you starting to spread away from your family members a lot, that can also be like a sign of, mood swings and the severity of it. Also, being just antisocial in school, like not going to no student events, like not saying none of your friends no more. You just basically done. You don't want to hang with none of them. You just want to be by yourself. Or just basically, you feel yourself like you just if you can physically, mentally, and emotionally feel yourself like just not being right, not being in the right mindset, please seek help. Resources is always available. We have Miss Nia Jones. We got a lot of heartbeat mentors. We got Miss Mo, Miss Simone, we got Miss Caitlin, we got Miss Joni, like we have everybody. We got me, you got Cam. Like we have people to basically, if you start to feel down, or you want to basically seek some help, or you just want to basically call somebody and just talk for somebody for like an hour or two, definitely there's those names that I called out basically are good people you can contact. Basically, like for me, like I go to school for psychology. Like that's just my major. At first I wanted to be a lawyer, kind of shied away from the lawyer thing too much because criminal justice, it just wasn't me. I thought I was just gonna be a lawyer for the rest of my life. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be a lawyer, gonna be the judge. Then when I started taking these classes, I was like, maybe not for me. I'm gonna go in and stick on being like a mentor, a therapist, a psychiatrist, things like that, because that's just who I am. I like to help people out. So yeah, I want to be a psychiatrist and I want to be a therapist. So like, I'm always looking to help somebody out. If anybody would like to have a conversation or talk, or like even just learn more about psychology, or like basically like body language and things like that, definitely come talk to me because I've learned so much of it during my last 2 years of college. So definitely I'm always open for any type of conversations, things like that. Let me go back into the chat real quick. Let me go back to the chat real quick. We said Gemma said definitely a lot of different causes and factors for mental health issues. Gemma, I'm glad you talked to that. So hold that thought. And then Bless said, I want to have some things to do. I don't got time for them kids. Facts, 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 facts. All right, so Gemma, hold that thought. We're going to go right into it right now. Here are some stress factors. Boom, right here, Gemma. So these are 5 major stressors for college students, like academic, personal, family, financial, and future. So we're gonna start with like academic, like attending the classes, completing the readings, like the writing the papers and managing the projects and preparing for like the exams and the heavy burden and everything like that. Cam, Chelsea, I know you guys can definitely attest to this. Tay Bands, and they can attest to this too. So we're gonna start with like the attending the classes. First of all, when you're in college, your classes, you make your own classes. Like you gotta know if you're a morning person or if you're an afternoon person. The first time when I made my first class, and my advisor was like, "Are you a morning person, Shalal? Or you an afternoon person?" I was like, "I'm really not a morning person. Like, I don't like getting up 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning and be going doing something. I'd rather if I could wait till like 10, 11, cool, that's me. I would do that. So I started making. He basically helped me make classes more to like the 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock classes. I think I got one 9 o'clock class next semester, y'all. So pray for me because I gotta get up at 8 o'clock. And I mean, I can get up at 8 o'clock. Don't get it messed up. I can get up at 8 o'clock. It's just I don't like to get up at 8 o'clock. That's the thing, because yeah, I don't do that. So you make your own classes in college. So basically that definitely be aware of those times you make your classes. So you get enough rest sleep before your class start, because you only can miss certain amount of classes throughout the college. I know at my school was like 6 or 7 or 8 between those numbers. It also depends on your professor as well. So make sure you check the syllabus for that. But if you miss like 7 or 8 classes, you can have an A in a class, but if you miss a class 7 or 8 times, you automatically fail. I don't know if that's for all schools. Cam or Chelsea, you guys can tell them about like Spelman and things like that. But I know for my school, Shawan, you missed about like 7 or 8, 9 classes, you're done, you failed, they're not having nothing. You definitely can appeal it. Like if you probably got like doctor's notes that excuse you for it, instead of the third, cool. But then even sometimes they be like, they put us on with the excuse or unexcused, you still missed the class, so it still count. So yeah, that's just one thing about that. And then the second one, it says completing the readings. Basically, like I know I had a class for Lit Spear and we had this book. Each class you can get a book, but I know the specific class that I had was called Lit Spear. It's like an English class, and we read the book The Hate You Give, and that was like a big book, but also the book also was a movie. That's kind of how I helped and got with the answers on the answer sheet. Don't tell nobody I told y'all that, but like, watch the movie, read the book. You know what I'm saying? But when I watched the movie, the movie and the book are two different experiences. So definitely, guys, I'll be cautious of that. But completing the reading, it was a 8-week class. We completed the book in like 6 to 7 weeks. And then just basically like doing that. Sometimes you might have to do it by yourself, or sometimes you might have to do it with a partner. So if you're doing it with like a partner, say for instance, you and that partner really don't know each other, y'all just met in class, so you got to basically go off their schedule, and they gotta go off your schedule, and say if you an athlete or you got like work study, you gotta like go to work and you gotta go to practice, and then you gotta try to find out how to make a time to do your homework. All of that is just basically a big thing when it comes to academic stress. So I was like writing up papers, you got your 5 to 7 page papers, which be going crazy because who's sitting there writing a 5 to 7 page paper due in 1 week? That is crazy. You got the managing your projects. I really didn't get a lot of projects. I really got a lot of projects in college. I really didn't. And then preparing for the exams, I know that was definitely a heavy burden for me. Going to the library consistently was one thing I had to do. Getting up early on like Saturdays. We had a 10:30 exam on a Saturday, guys. A 10:30 exam on a Saturday is crazy. I ain't never been in class on a Saturday, so that was just something new. And basically like that's just like the academic part of being in college, or some strong high schools like Poly. I know things like that. I know you guys have like problems like that too. Also, and if you guys have another, like if you don't see a stress factor in on the slide, drop some in the chat and let me know. We can definitely talk about them as well. I'm right here looking in the chat. It says right here, it says insane. I want to know how to make it to college in this household. Stuff ain't start getting hard until I'm about to leave. And saying I'm glad you said something about that. I actually got a topic about that from one of my winning Wednesdays. So we'll talk more about that, but I will talk to you about that. Cam said there's 3 classes for us. Well, that's crazy. 3 classes and you fail. Like, yo, we at least get the benefit of the doubt and get 7. Like, I was just like, yeah, we get a little 7, like 7 or 8. So that's just crazy. Bree said, can you talk about like if you need a mental health day or you're going through something, how do you notify your professors or go about that? Definitely, Bree, I can definitely talk to you about that. So what they did in my school was, I know, like we had freshman year, we definitely had a mental health day, and mental health day is a precedent since a worldwide email, and basically just saying not a word on email. I'm sorry, but like an email to all the students, the faculty, the staff, and just basically saying, basically saying like this is a mental health day. All classes and practices are canceled. Things of that nature, like you guys stay in your room, catch up with some assignments, or get some sleep, or whatever you want to do, like have a self-care day for like your mental health. So that's definitely one. Also, like if you're feeling down, I'm not encouraging anybody to skip class or none of the things like that. I'm also encouraging to go to class and things like that. But one of the things I'm talking about, if you could do, is email your professors like the morning of. And just basically like CC them in the email. Like if it's multiple professors, you can miss multiple classes. CC them and basically saying like, "Hey, I'm not feeling all the way up to par today. I know I'm gonna get my best foot forward when I'm basically in class today. So I'm gonna take this day off or things like that. You can definitely let your teachers know about that to the email. And that's the only thing I would say do. If you would just wake up and not go to class, you're kind of leaving your professors out on which you like on how you feeling or why you'll miss class. So I would definitely say communication is always key. So definitely just let them know that like, hey, I missed out this day, like I'm having a rough time. I know in Spelman, you got like 3 times to do that, what Cam said. So if you do that, hey, you know what I mean? 3 times is crazy. Like I'm still surprised about that. But yes, Bree, send an email. Some I know my president does. He have his own mental health days. It's never like a certain set day. It's just whenever he felt like it, whenever you want to get him and wake up and send an email, he'll send an email. So that's definitely one way you can, like, if you're not feeling well, let your professors know. Because you're allowed, like you're allowed at least a day to feel like a day to like take care for yourself. But you could basically like push it to like the weekends, like every Saturday you take a self-care day, or every Sunday you take a self-care day. Try that so you won't miss too much classes, because I have realized if you miss classes, you miss a lot of the lecture that you might need during the exam or things like that. So that's definitely one of the key factors too. So to make sure you guys go to all you guys classes. We're gonna move into the second one, like personal stress. Just anything you have, like as far as like your personal self, like things you stress about with yourself or whatever the case may be. Everybody has their own different type of personal stress, so I can't basically talk too much about it. But whatever stress you're dealing with as far as personal with yourself, that can basically play a key factor in one of your stress factors in school and things like that. Family stress. I know about me. Whereas though I went to North Carolina. And I still had family in Baltimore, and I still had family in Pennsylvania and things like that, where I basically still had to basically make sure they were okay, but also make sure that I was okay as well. So basically some things that might happen at home, like say for instance, a close friend or a relative pass away, and you're like you're at school, or say for instance, you go to school in Cali or Louisiana, or you go to Texas A&M or something like that. You coming from Baltimore, it's not as quick as you can get up and drive over to come back and meet your family. So that might be something of your family stress, or just missing your family, being homesick. A lot of freshmen do get a lot of homesick like the first 2-3 weeks of school. I know I was kind of homesick. Like I missed all you guys. I missed Miss Joni and like the Huskies and then my family and stuff like that. So that was kind of some things I had to deal with and cope with too. Another one is financial stress. You might be stressing about like the scholarships. Like I can tell y'all guys like scholarships, grants, tuition, like fast food, like all of that can definitely be stressful. So definitely financial stress is a stressful part. I know it starts to be stressful like the senior year once you do like fast food, and then like say for instance if you like breed and you might get like multiple you might give it like multiple, like say for instance, if you like, well, I'm gonna use Bree for example, because Bree, you play softball. So Bree plays softball. She want to go to college to play softball. I remember she told me what at one time. And she get recruitments from different colleges, right? And she got to choose which college she want to go to. Like she got to choose like what like the area, how much money they paying her, what's your position she gonna start in, like things of that nature. So like the financial part, like how much money she gonna get, and like how much money she gonna get each year, how much money she got paid back, and then she got to fill out her fast food. Just all of that is like a part of the financial stress. So just definitely be cautious if you definitely want to help with your financial stress. We talked about this about a couple weeks ago. Me and Cam and the team called Mars. So if you want to look that up, definitely call Mars Banking. You can look it up in your app store, download in the app store, and you got like a financial advisor help you through college. I got one myself. You doing scholarships and grants, and basically everything is like that. They can give me more money for school without me paying out of pocket. And then last but not least, like your future success. A lot of people don't know fiscally what they're coming into school to basically do as far as like I said, I wanted to be a lawyer, and then I came to school and I changed it to want to be a psychiatrist or therapist. So it definitely could change. It's definitely stressful. I know for me it was stressful because at first I was going to take it and do double major, criminal justice and psychology, and take it together. But then again, I was like, no, I'm a straight off on it because more so to the fact of I want to just focus on helping somebody in like mental health, like the mental health and things like that. So, like my future stress was kind of hard. Picking like a major is definitely hard. And then you got like going like what kind of like you got to realize what school you got to go to after that. So say this if you want to do like psychology and things like that, or if you want to do criminal justice, then you got to go to law school and stuff like that. Or if you want to be a doctor, then you got to go to med school. Like that can be stressful because you got to talk. Then that comes into your financials again, and then that brings more into your academic because you got to go back to school to get another degree. So all of that can be stressful for basically things going through in college. Like I said, guys, if you have any other basically stress factors you guys want to talk about, and basically that you didn't see on the slide, let me know. Put them in the chat. I'm be reading the chat. Like I said, I only had 2 slides to talk to you about because now I want to kind of open the floor to everybody who basically just basically want to talk about like if they ever had like a problem. They want to basically like want to talk about how they overcame it, or some school stressors that they having right now. They want to see how they can work through it. Let me know in the chat, guys. Let me look in the chat real quick. Bree said, can you talk about like, oh no, we talk about the mental health if you need it, if you gotta talk to your professor. Cam said, use the writing center for like writing your papers, guys. That's definitely a key factor. If you guys have papers you want to write, use the writing center because the writing center can definitely help you. They got like tutors and like you got to schedule appointments, but They definitely can help you out. They definitely probably upperclassmen and things like that. So that'll be one. Then you have Antonio said always take breaks. Always take breaks when needed. Definitely make sure you talk. Make sure you definitely make sure. I'm getting tongue twisted. Make sure you use them reasonably though. Like you don't want to basically take a break every day, but you want to make it reasonable. Whereas though, like I'm gonna take a break at least twice a month. You know what I'm saying? The beginning of the month, end of the month, things like that. Cool. Bree said, can you talk about getting yourself out of a burnout, like a school burnout type thing? Let me see. Yes, I can. I can talk about okay, being able to get out of a school burnout. One way to get out of a school burnout is to prevent yourself from being burnt out. And you like, Coach, that's what I mean by that. But like, what I'm saying is, like, you see yourself getting an overload of homework or assignments or things like that. You have to find out where you can put a stop to it, or put a limit to it. Like you can't stop how much homework you get because that's your professors, that's your teachers, that's what they're going to do. They're just going to do that. You can't stop, how much classes you're going to get because that's what they're going to do. But you can tend on how much time you get on social media, and when you get on social media, you're not doing your homework. You can tend on how you got a whole bunch of homework, but you want to go out with your friends. Your friends are, but you want to go out, but you still got all this homework. You can't do your homework because you're out with your friends. You can basically set a limit, set a boundary. Whereas though like Friday, right? Monday through Friday, you got all your classes, whatever the case may be, all your homework, cool. In college, I know in college, Sunday 11:59 is when most assignments are due. Definitely depends on your professors, but 11:59 on Sundays is when a lot of assignments is due. 11:59 is gonna be your worst enemy once you get to college, because when 11:59 hit, if you ain't got your assignments in, no. But Monday through Friday got your homework and everything like that, right? Whatever the case may be, say Finch, like I said, the assignment is due on Sunday. You get your homework done. You get your homework done on Friday night. Friday night, you get your homework done. Saturday, you go out with your friends or whatever the case may be. Sunday, you get to have that self-care day for yourself, where you get to basically recharge yourself, recuperate yourself for the next week that you ready to come on, because that Monday to that Friday, you got that homework, you got those papers, and you got everything you got to do done. So the easy way to prevent the burnout is to set a time stamp on it. Like, I'm gonna get this done on this day. On Thursday, I'm gonna do this. On this Friday, I'm gonna do this. Or highlight at Cam, guys. Cam has a schedule. Cam still do her schedule, I believe, and she have her schedule where she find out on each hour she has something to do, things like that. So make a schedule out. I know a lot of things in college you can write on your. You get whiteboards in your room. Get a whiteboard, put it in your room. Write on your whiteboard like your to-do lists or your goals. For your to-do list for the day or for the week or for the month, however you want to do it. Get a calendar for like when certain assignments are due. Please get a calendar, because that you definitely gonna need that, especially when it comes to assignments, for like your syllabus and your exams and all that things like that. So definitely get a calendar. Yeah. So Gemma said, when you feel like you're starting to get overwhelmed and when you feel like you're starting to get overwhelmed and stress check which you prioritize it and reevaluate. Okay. Is that a question or is that a statement? I think that's a statement. I think that's a statement from what Gemma said. Yeah, I think that's a statement. Gemma said use a Google Calendar. Definitely use a Google Calendar for that one. I would say use your Google Calendar, but I was always, if you got like an Apple iPhone, use that one as too, that you can set alerts on your iPhone. I'm not really too much familiar with Google Calendar as well, so that'd be one. Kayla said, "Oh my gosh, I just had one day to do an assignment in 11:59. That was so stressful. Yo, I be telling you, like 11:59 is no joke. Like that's no joke. Like if I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell y'all like a little secret. One time I had this assignment, and it was the 11:59, and I think I started there like 11 o'clock. And only reason I got it in because the Lord was with me. You know what I mean? I was in there like I was typing and looking on different sites to find out different evidence and doing all that. And then I got like a 76 or 77. I got like a high 70 off that paper. I was mad, but I really wasn't mad because I took that L because I did it at 11 o'clock, knowing it was going to be due at 11:59. So, more of the story: don't start at 11 o'clock to do your assignments. Please start early. Don't be the last minute. Don't be like Coach Johnson and be last minute with your assignments, because you want to go to sleep. Because that's exactly what I did. I came in my room that day and I went to sleep, and I just woke up and I was like, all right, now I'm gonna do my assignment. So yeah, no, I don't be like me. Get that homework done and then you can go to sleep. Yeah. Bree said, I personally just need some self-disciplines. I write down my to-do list and still don't do some of those things. Bree, now I'm glad you said that because I used to do that with myself too. So hold that thought. I'm gonna get to these more comments and I'm gonna come back to that one. When you talk about, you have to have that self-disciplines. Kayla said I try to make schedule and stuff, but we running out of hold up, I can't see that. I'm sorry. I'm reading on the side, guys. And but not reading on my phone how I usually do. She said, Kayla said, I try to make schedules, but stuff be popping out of nowhere. That when you have time, things do pop out of nowhere, but if you can basically still follow your set schedule, still try to the things that pop out of nowhere, you have to basically prioritize it if it's basically need to be done right now, if you can kind of wait. So that's when you right Cam's like that's when you start to adapt to like different things. Like if you know you might have something that pop up out of nowhere, make sure you have like a free time slot in your schedule so you can make sure that thing's done. Yeah, definitely make sure you have like a time slot or basically prioritize it if it need to be done right up immediately, or you can basically move it to the next day, put it in your next day schedule. That could be a good one too. Um, and Antonio said every time Shalal got a session, it's always a bonfire tutorial. Hey yo, Antonio, you crazy, yo. Cam's like never wait the last minute, even when you still get a good grade when you do it. Facts, like yo, like last minute things is not the way to go. Me, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like that at that moment, that wasn't the right decision to make. But I was tired. I had like 4 classes that day. It was I don't know what day it was. It was either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. That's when I have a lot of classes. But I came in that room and I laid on that bed. Like when I woke up, like my book bag was in the bed with me. That's how you know it was serious. Like that's how you know it was serious. Ken was like, Miss Joni talked about it before. Is it important and urgent? Right. That's how it is. Prioritize it. Is it important? Is it urgent? Do you need to be done today, or can it be done, tomorrow or later on in the day? Always know yourself. Yeah. So we're gonna go back to Bree. Bree, your comment was, I personally just need some self discipline. I write down my to do list and still don't do some things. All right. So with me, when I had to do that thing, when I had to start basically, have that self discipline in myself, this is what I did. So I got me a whiteboard. I went out and got me a whiteboard, came back in my room, put it in there. Boom. I wrote down on one side, I wrote down like my goals, like the goals I had for the entire school year. I know one of my goals, I remember this, one of my goals was not to miss three classes, 3 or more classes in each class. Um, I did that goal. That goal was good. So I did that goal. Another goal was like read a book every day. So of course I made that goal going to classes and reading like that. And then working out every day. Also it goes back into what Cam said. Also just know yourself. Like if you set goals for yourself that you know that you just not gonna make, don't settle. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can have like that one or those two or those three major goals that you want to set for yourself that you see yourself doing over time. But if you get a whiteboard and you put a goal on there or something, and you know you're not gonna reach that goal, you put something on your to-do list, and you know you got not gonna do on your to-do list, don't put it on there. Because what you're gonna do is just basically you're putting yourself in a predicament. You know you're not gonna do it. You know understand what I'm saying? Like you gotta know yourself, know who you are. You're basically just wasting time on other things that you could be doing, and while BSing on something that you really don't want to do, or you're not putting your forth for your best effort in. You could be using that same time and your energy and even more energy into something that you really would like to do. So the things that you're gonna do, put it on your to-do list. The things you want to do, you want to see yourself progressing, put that as one of your goals. So you just gotta basically learn yourself and give yourself that self-discipline. For me, like my to-do list, I'm not gonna sit here like I'm a happy camper, like I never like I put a goal on there and I complete all my goals. My tendency was I'll put it on my to-do list, but I'll wait to do it. Like like one of the things was making a doctor's appointment. I know I had that on there for about like a month or two. And then y'all, it took me so long to make that doctor's appointment. And every time I come out of my room, I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna make this doctor's appointment. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, come back, make it. I would go to the bathroom, come back, and do something else. Like I don't know. Like my mind is so rippy rap, like it be ripping and running. So, if you're gonna set a goal or set a to-do list, make sure you do it. You gotta set reminders on your phone, or you gotta set a, like you said, set a reminder on your phone, or one another way you could do it is write down on your sticky notes, write your sticky notes and put it on your computer. And when you close your computer, you close it with the sticky notes on it. When you open your computer up, you put in your sticky note like, oh, I gotta do this, and then that might give you like the mentality of like, all right, I'm gonna do this right now, things like that. That could be one way for you. I never tried it, but I know I've seen other people try it too, so I'm giving that suggestion out. Bree said I always put stuff to the end, and it disappoints you when you didn't do it. Facts. Thank you, Insane. Thank you, Bree. Putting stuff to the end could basically it could go wrong in the long run, but that goes into your prioritizing. Like, if you prioritize it and if you can put it to the end, then put it to the end. But if you basically, if this need to be done, but you be like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, and then you just don't do it, you forget either you forget to do it, or you just like, what, I said I was gonna do it, but I really don't feel like doing it, so I'm just not gonna do it. Like, you just choose not to do it, then that's just on you. That's just that's the L you're gonna have to take. That's like you're gonna have to basically be conservative about, because that's you. But like Antonio said, you can't be lazy. You can't be lazy, especially when it comes to your success and your leadership. Can't be lazy as far as like with school and like your mental health. Like, you can't be lazy, because in order to not feel so down and depressed, you got to stay active. I don't, and that's just my opinion. I don't want to sit up here and say that like that's a fact given, like everybody knows it. No, but for my opinion, like if you don't want to be depressed, if you don't want to feel sad, things like that, you got to keep yourself active. That's just, like I said again. I'm like I said to God, this is my disclaimer. Like I said, that's my opinion. But for me, I found it for myself, and I have been doing a lot of realization about myself. So I'm proud of myself for that. We'll give myself a pat on the back. But if I keep myself active, if I'm basically, on Mission Mondays and thriving Thursdays and winning Wednesdays and doing everything with like youth works and all that. Like, I'm staying active and I'm going to the gym and I'm in the library, I'm studying, and if I'm doing all of that, it's no time for me to be depressed. It's no time for me to have my panic attacks. It's no time for me to, not want to basically go outside no more. Like, it's just no time for me to do that, because I'm always, doing something that can get my mind off of the depression and anxiety. So again, like, my opinion, guys, and if you, in order to like, I don't know how it will work for other people, but like for me, like staying active will help me not be so depressed and having anxiety attacks and things like that. That's just for me. Like Jim was like kick into discipline and productivity. Yeah, like that's what it is. Like this the discipline of not having the time to feel sad or feel depressed and things like that, and just being productive. Like, that's what we preach on here every day as the sessions, Mission Monday, Winning Wednesday, things like that. We preach basically to be productive, with all the time that you have in a day, 24 hours in a day. Be productive. Like, you be productive. Bree said, when I'm active, I don't overthink or nothing because I don't have time. Facts. Like, if you active, if you productive, you go ahead grinding again with stuff you have to do. You don't have time to be sad. You don't have the time to be depressed like that. So, that's one of the key factors. Thanks for that, Bree. And Sane said, but there is time for a burnout. I throw myself into work to not feel certain things, but I get tired. And Bree said, I'm going to start challenging myself and write down my goals for the challenge and see how it goes. Hey, Bree, you know what? And I'm gonna challenge you for this too, man. Bree, every time you write down a goal or something like that, put it on your Instagram story, tag me. We're gonna see. We basically, I'm gonna start it up with you just like that. So I'm gonna write my goals down. I'm gonna tag you. My to-do list and things like that. If you want to start doing that on Instagram too, on Instagram stories, we can tag each other and keep it going. Because I want to see you basically, help yourself with your goals and your challenges as well. So if you want to do that, let me know. We can hop on that as well. But in saying use like that, there is time for burnout. Throw myself into work to not feel certain things. Yeah, I say also like what I'm saying. Also be productive and disciplined, but don't you feel me? Throw yourself in it. Don't throw yourself to the wolves and not be able to regroup yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you still take that Saturday, the end of the week, be with a friend or family, and then take that Sunday to know for yourself, like a self-care day, like get your nails done, to get your hair cut, or buy some new shoes or buy a new shirt or some things like that. Boom. So definitely be able to do that. Santana said I'm gonna do that too. Bree said back. Well, y'all, like I said, y'all, once y'all do it, tag me or put it on Instagram, tag me. Screen said I was losing the signal. So if y'all can still see me, put some red hearts in the chat, put some fire emoji in the chat. If y'all can still see me, if y'all can still hear me. Because on my screen it popped up, but like I said, I had some connection issues. So I just want to make sure it do it. Okay, Cam said it's not moving again. Cool, cool, cool. Cam said y'all need her to tag y'all on some scholarships. Bree, Santana, I know everybody like that. Definitely. Cam sent some scholarships my way too. I'm definitely can't, do more scholarships for myself. Cool. I see the red hearts. I see everybody saying we can see y'all again. Cool. Thank y'all. So yeah, y'all, we had a good session. Like we got like 8 minutes left. I have really did enjoy my time, with y'all, and talking about like the mental health. Again, shout out to Miss Miller and her family, for basically, not shout out, but basically send our condolences to our Miss Miller and her family, for the death that she just had. And I realized that she also put an Instagram like a post or a caption, whatever, on Instagram. So like her friends and her family and things like that. So she kind of in her letter she said, she wrote multiple letters. So she said she basically kind of dealing with this for a lot. So that's the just sending our condolences to our family, and every other mental health athlete, every other student athlete, whether you're in high school or you're in college, I'm coming to you, as Coach Johnson is saying, it's definitely people that you can talk to. It's definitely a lot of resources. You don't have to hold it in. I understand the pain of a mental health athlete. Not I keep saying mental health athlete, but a student athlete. By being an athlete and then gaining the injury during my sport and not being able to continue to play my sport. So that kind of compacted on my mental health as well. So, but I just want to let you guys know, like you definitely come out and talk to somebody. It's definitely a lot of resources out here to help you reach out to your friends. Make sure your friends. Make sure you have a good circle, support system that can help you out with your friends. And just basically, we don't want to see no one commit suicide. We can't stop everyone, but definitely use your resources, like Cam said, and definitely can be able to talk to somebody, or find something that you can do for yourself to basically, relieve yourself from the stresses that you have done. Because school can get hard. I definitely know because school can get hard. Like I definitely know school can get hard. Being an athlete can get hard too because you got to also learn about like time management, and also worrying about like family and friends, and you're like going out when certain like going missing like missing like certain holidays. Like I know some people miss like some people miss not Christmas, but like some people miss like Thanksgiving holidays and things like that. I know in college and things like that, you be traveling to different sports teams, in different states like that. So a lot of that can affect your mental health, and then doing like assignments and things like that, guys. Like I understand it gets stressful. But just know, like, I'm here for you. We are here for you. We here as a family. For like the college kids, high schools, we here as a family. But that's just basically like my spill from today. I wanted to come and talk to you guys about like the mental health aspect as far as like the college life, and high school life as well. I thank you guys for coming on here and talking to me, y'all. It's Thriving Thursday. Y'all probably aren't used to it. I was like Coach Johnson on the Thriving Thursday. Yeah, man, I had to come on here, y'all. Because we had to cancel yesterday going to the youth orientation. Shout out to everybody that came to that. I know y'all got some jackets and some book bags for people that helped on Earth Day. So shout out people for that one. Shout out for Miss Mo, Miss Joni, and the whole Heart Mouse putting that thing together. We really appreciate you guys for that. So shout out to everybody for that one. I know a lot of y'all probably got your youth works jobs and things like that. If you don't got your youth work job, but you still don't know where to go, holla at Miss Mo. She can help you guys out with that one. Shout out for all the heartbeat mentors. You know, we some heartbeat mentors. Shout out to y'all. And you know, I just appreciate y'all for coming on that. Naeem said I was supposed to come yesterday. Man, I was supposed to come yesterday too, man. But once I found out, I found out about it on Monday. When I found out about it, and I was like, Youth Works didn't even call me back, man. Like, I'm still trying to find out if I even got a Youth Works job. But they ain't even called me back, man. Like, they be crazy, man. But I gotta get into my jewel. Y'all coming with these comments. Santana said I really enjoyed this, coach. No problem, Santana, y'all. I mean, like again, y'all, if y'all have any type of topics y'all guys want to talk about, let me know. What I usually do is I'll have my topics already picked out either a week before or 2 weeks before. So if it kind of goes into what the topic is, or you want to set a date, let me know. I ain't say even though he's already on the list. Cool, 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 cool. If anybody have any more other comments they want to say or things like that, let me know. But if not, I can probably get into my jewel. Basically like my jewel for the day, and then probably just let y'all go, and y'all can go and be productive, like we talked about earlier, right? Y'all better be go besties with the productive system. But like for besties, if anybody know besties, man, y'all know last Wednesday was y'all know. So the besties, like Gemma know besties and Cam know besties. So yeah, like go be besties for sure. Yeah, there we go. Cam in the comments. Bestie, facts, facts, facts. Yes, yes, yes. But I can get into my jewel. All right, so y'all, my jewel is the work you put in is gonna be the work you're gonna get out. And your input is your output. However much work you put in is you're gonna see the results in. So if you basically, you putting the work in for like an essay, a 5-page essay or a project, and you get it in January, and they tell you it's due and they tell you it's due in like beginning of March. You got the whole 2 months to do it. You take that whole 2 months to do it. You put a lot of energy and things like that. You're gonna get a good success rate out of it. But if you wait till like February 20th and do it, or you wait till like the last minute to do it, you get a bad result. So more of the story is, what you put in is what you get out. Input is your output. And that's just basically saying for like as far as like everything, as far as work, school, friendships, relationships, what you put in is what you're gonna get out. Again, y'all, for like the mental health aspect. Shout out to Healing You for Lion. Shout out to Miss Nia Jones. Shout out to Miss Joni. Shout out to Miss Morgan. Shout out to Miss Simone, Miss Caitlin. Special shout out to Miss Modo, because like Miss Mo, she like my therapist. She bad, so I come to her and tell her my problems. She get a little she probably getting annoyed because I be calling the phone too much, but she know I'm gonna call her and be like, "Yo, Mama Mo, what's up? What's up?" So you guys, like I said, find your circle, find the people you can talk to. Find your friends, use your family, use your resources. But it's never okay to basically keep your things bottled up. But just basically from that, guys, I just want to say again, thank you guys for coming out here with me for Thriving Thursday. Tomorrow is Focus Friday, 7 p.m. So y'all gotta hop on Miss Joni Focus Friday. You can follow me on Instagram at NBCL. Healing You for Lions. And we just gonna keep it like that. Guys, I appreciate you guys for coming on here and those Heart Smiles for Life. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks next week I got Cam, and we got to have back on here again. But then I'll see on Mission Monday, people on Mission Mondays, and that will be that. See you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Heart Smiles.